Let's have a quick chat about money to buy a home. When I work with clients, I'm always happy to hook you up with great people that I've worked with and to give a few recommendations. And that usually means a bank or a mortgage broker. And there's pros and cons to both. Now, banks have a reputation for being pretty structured in terms of approving people for mortgages. They have their criteria and they see if you fit within it. But today I learned that some banks are evolving this model. For example, Toronto Dominion has created a new role called a personal banker, who can become your one-stop shop. They'll be able to work with you on a holistic plan that considers all areas of your life and how they work together to achieve your goals. It's not just about a mortgage, but how they fully support your financial goals. And now it was really great to hear this because I think the more banks actually consider the person involved, the more effective they'll be. Now the downside here is that banks can only sell you mortgages that they offer. And while they may have a few options, they can't show you any alternatives in the market. So that brings us to mortgage brokers. They're independent representatives and are typically seen as representing the client and not the institution. They send your application in to several lenders, oversee the paperwork and applications as required. Now, they're working with multiple lenders, so brokers can bring a bit more creativity and strategy to match you with a lender who meets your needs. But a downside here may be the assumption that brokers can deliver a better deal than you can find on your own, and that's not always the case. It's important to understand fees and commissions and any mortgage restrictions that could be involved. So there's not really a one-size-fits-all solution. Everyone's got a different situation. My best advice is to meet with your bank and one or two brokers in order to determine which one's going to work for you. Now, I've worked with both, so let's talk about that and get started.